The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tiger Technician Hour with your host, Basil Chapman. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Now, Basil Chapman.
Good morning, everyone. Basil Chapman here on this Thursday, the 30th of January. And what are we looking at? We're looking at the Dow up 80 points at 44,794. Just really an eye blink away from the high that was made on the 24th of 44,976.35. We just have to get to 44,000. What is that? 44,756.30. Oh, it was 36. Did you get? No, it was 35. We have to get to 0.36, 1 penny higher. We start leg D, and that could tackle the all-time high of 45,073. A little difficult because you've got Microsoft down pretty sharply. Microsoft, we own Microsoft from the 338 level. It actually went all the way to 456. We haven't done anything for a little while because I'm trying to keep it as a long-term position, realizing that it's stuck in a sideways trading range somewhere between 450 and maybe even 400. It can even go back to 390, but I don't want to mess with this. I didn't even want to think of shorting or going along and doing anything. I just wanted to see how it came out of the earnings, and everything was pretty darn good. Just one area that was a little weak, so whoosh to the downside, 25 at 416. I mean, this market, look at Meta, Facebook. I love calling it Facebook. Leg D in the weekly chart, all-time high, trading it hit 710.79. Leg G/C in the weekly chart, and a leg D in the monthly chart. I mean, really, isn't this amazing? Yeah. Whew. Okay. I remember when we actually had it for the newsletter once in the the 20, I think, area, and made a little bit and then got stopped out, never got back in. Had plenty of time. After all, it's only up about 3,000% or something from then. Okay, Meta. All right, let's get on. We got this. Let's go on to the, so let me just do this again. So the Dow right now, the Dow is up 66. It's going to be a bit of a struggle, but I think it will make that leg D. And then I think we have to start deciding, are we getting overbought? Is this market going to take a bit of a breather? All-time high? I mean, that's really, if it does get there. Look, the S&P did make an all-time high. This is going to be fascinating. Look, SPX.X, there we go. S&P made an all-time high at 6128.18. Now, I have to call it an alternate count E/A because that plunge from 6,099.97, that peak D, the 6th of December, Chapman peak D, not Technical Friday. Oh, I won't be here tomorrow, so I'll make this Technical Friday. So in the Chapman methodology, just for those of you new to my work, I would like to try to identify the lowest low bar and then count each successively higher peak, alphabetize them, uppercase on the way up, lowercase on the way down. A, B, C, D, E, F, G is never an H. If it goes higher than a G, then you look for an alternate count. But D is the objective. A buy signal going to a buy mode is upgraded immediately to say, whatever you're looking at should go to at least 4 higher peaks, especially if it's at an all-time high. But if in the process there's a sharp pullback and that starting point is taken out, then you have to start a brand new buy mode. But if it's not taken out, you can treat it as if it's a continuous pattern. So easy, and then a little bit more thinking has to be done. Easy to D, and then more thinking. It could be an instant restart, breaking to a new high with a new high bar within 3 bars, starts at leg E/A. So an alternate count. So where are we? Monthly chart, instant restart, F/B, but I'm treating it as an F for now. There's no need why we shouldn't. Went above the inside track that goes all the way back to the 666 low of 2009. So this is really important. We've been above it. We've closed above it for 3 out of 4 sessions. We've hit it out of 7 sessions. We've hit it 5 times. And now what we're looking at is what happens next? Well, the on-balance volume in the monthly chart is a little bit overbought, but the flat stochastic at 94%. I mean, you couldn't ask for anything better. That's fabulous. With the MACD positive, 9-period way over the 14, price way over the 9, all of that's good. Weekly chart says, wait a minute, is this a leg F or is this a brand new A? We don't know. I'm thinking of it as an F right now because the 9 is still way over the 14. But the MACD's turned down. The stochastic's under 80% to 69%. On balance, the volume is a little weak, but this is the indicator of last resort. When this is still strong, don't fight it. But it is telling you that when that goes negative, it's a big deal. It's not yet. In the daily chart, the S&P spiked up to 6128.18, all-time high. But their 5773.31 is above the 5696.51, a low of November, I think it was the 4th. So this could be a continuation pattern, meaning that could turn out to be an E or an A. Well, what we need to see is this gap filled and that the S&P by Monday or Tuesday actually attempts to tag the 6107 level. And then I'll say, okay, now there's a good chance it could try for 6128.19 to start a new leg B to the upside. Still an alternative count F/B. It could go G/C, but that would be really good. Why? Because at this point, only the stochastic is a little bit weak at 78 instead of 80%. All the other technicals, especially even the relative strength, is holding very well. So we have to treat this as still a big positive. Let's go to the QQQ. I'm treating this as if it's Technical Friday. I just realized I should do that. I will not be here tomorrow. We've got the Qs pulling back a little bit from the high up at 188 at 522.72. Now, what if? So this is the what if situation that I'm giving to my subscribers. I'm saying, what if, and we tried it. We tried it yesterday with Uber. I thought, well, looking at 2 days ago with Uber, thinking that if there was some kind of a swing from one sector to the other, Uber should be kind of safe, completely forgetting about Tesla's earnings coming out, and therefore Musk is going to say something about the robotic taxis. Now, when will there be robotic taxis to really pierce the, remember what Uber did to the taxi service? Well, when will the robot taxis pierce that so far impervious Uber and Lyft? They've got a monopoly there. That's not going to happen overnight. So I forgot about that. But of course, what did he say? He said, the robot taxis, and that happens every time there's a news conference with him. He's got something up his sleeve, which is the reason why I think maybe TSLS, the Tesla short, only 1-to-1 right now. Maybe this is the first time that I can say I'm beginning to feel just a little bit more comfortable in looking at it. I'm still not prepared to do anything with it. And Jacob had a beautiful one yesterday. Did I write down TLSC? TLSC? Maybe I wrote it wrong. TLCS. Oh, I can't remember. TLCS. I'll try to figure it out in the break. But he had the 2 times short. But anyway, I'm just saying, I'm beginning to think that this is the first time that Tesla is becoming somewhat vulnerable, especially based on the daily chart. But let's just look at what Uber is doing today. Oh, look at that. Beautiful turnaround from the low of 63.42 to 66.56. Oh, well, I'll be back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den, hosted at Discord. TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Yeah, the thing that Jacob mentioned yesterday or the day before was TSLZ, and that's trading in the twos at 248 right now. So yeah, that's a 2 times short, but at least I'm not discussing that. That's I don't want to get into that. I am looking at, so because we have one very low price single digit stock that we started a position in yesterday. I actually wanted 2 split positions, part at one level and then part at a much lower level. And it got the first level and it just missed the second level by a few cents actually. And then it sprang up. So if that is successful, then I'm prepared now we've skipped the second one. We've only got the first, and it's doing very nicely. But wow, if it works well, then I can afford for subscribers. We can be a little bit more brazen in looking at areas that. And I really do think we're right now on the cusp of looking at different sectors starting to show some strength, as well as the standard sectors. For instance, we're along ARKK. That is ARK Innovation. That's Kathy Wood. It's her ARK Innovation ETF. I think there are a lot of stocks within it that are still dragging everything down, but there are a lot of stocks that are just starting to perk up. So instead of looking for those stocks, at some point I like to get the ETF, and then we can look at individual stocks. I don't have any problem with that. But I need some success here to be able to say, now we've got a little bit of leeway. So in this particular instance, this is beginning on the monthly basis to really improve. Weekly basis says, be a little careful. You've got a double top potential right here in the weekly chart and a kind of a quadruple top maybe in the daily. But this is kind of the areas. This is the kind of looking that I'm anticipating is going to be very productive over the next few weeks. So with that said, I need to finish up what I was talking about before. So the SMHs, the semiconductors, I think, are in this really whippy stage. You can just see that in this rectangle here. We're back in the rectangle. Had a nice earlier move today to 244.86. Now 242.45, only up 2.91. Just kind of stuck. I think they are stuck. That's the whole thing that I'm talking about. And that means there's one sector here that will that in the semis, will that impact like the AI ETF, which is doing okay, trying to climb? Well, we'll see. I think it needs a little bit more digestive. It needs to sort itself out because there's some really good stocks in the AI, and there's some stocks that are going to be just not duds, but they're just not going to produce the upside activity that one would want. But look at that. There's nothing wrong with anything I'm looking at in the weekly and monthly charts. That's AIQ is a symbol. And that's how I want to go through. So we've been long some of these for a long time. Now what's really important is the XLF. The XLF is the financials. How are they doing? Well, they're doing very nicely at all-time highs as we speak at 51.73. Is that going to allow the KRE regional bank ETF to finally find some really strong upside activity? So far, it's in a leg D in a very small peak A to B to C to D. Remember, we were talking about the 4 higher peaks. But the MACD is good, stochastic is good, retro strength is improving, 9 is over the 14. I think it's just going to be, at some point, there'll be a recognition that the regional banks are going to do much better than some parts of the market. Maybe not the JP Morgans, etc., and therefore money will drift slowly and then it'll increase. But so we're long and we're just waiting to see, is there a break? I really need to get a break above the cluster resistance area in the 66s. It really needs to get, it's at 64.74. A lot of work needs to be done to get into the 66s, but that's what I'm talking about when I talk about rotation. Next thing we're looking at here is, so the S&P, and I always relate to the IWM. Well, the IWM hasn't gone to a leg D yet. It's showing it's over the Chapman Wave inside track repellent zone. Not good enough. I want to get rid of these two lines. I want to see it up there in the 232 to 235 area, 233 to 235. I think speed now is very important. I don't want too much time taken in the Russell 2000. I want to see it up there by about the 7th. Let's see that by next Friday, a week from tomorrow. A week from tomorrow will be the 6th, 8th. Yeah, it'll be the 8th. No, that's a Saturday. No, the 9th. Okay, by the 9th. Okay, so that's that. Next thing I want to look at is how are certain areas doing, like the Bitcoin. Well, Bitcoin had a nice rally earlier on, then it sort of stalled, and now it's back to up 1,795 at 106,905, doing very nicely. I've still got this because that was a peak G at 110,180 on the 17th of December. Then it slumps to the 90,000 level. I have to call this a gray peak A, but I have no choice really but to say after G, when you get a higher high and there's no alternate count, and you've taken out A, B, C. Yeah, I'm going to make it blue for now. I'm just saying, I think that JetBlue, I think that Bitcoin futures a blue letter. That is, blue always means that you're going to be going higher. I think I'm going to put an up arrow. Maybe I'm wrong. You don't often get this. The stochastic's only at 64%. The MACD's good, not great, but good. On balance volume is very weak, and the relative strength index in the daily is improving, but the 9 is still way over the 14, and therefore this also becomes an A. This becomes a gray A because it's under the previous A. So A, this is another A, gray A. I better make it so you can see it when we come back to look at this on Monday. Right? And there it is. And that just says Bitcoin's holding really well. I considered when we made that high on the 17th that we were in a digestive phase. Now we've had a very big spike. If this is a new buy signal to buy mode, the moment we get up over, Bitcoin continuous contract, this is the futures, that is, goes above 108,280 by 1 point, that starts a new gray leg B. If it surpasses that peak A, that becomes the real official B. If it pulls back after that, and then that'll be a C. So all I'm saying is that you've got yourself kind of a rectangle cup formation in the weekly chart. Most of the technicals are very good. The 9's over the 14, prices over the 9. MACD is good. The stochastic's back over 80% at 82%, but the on-balance volume is a little weak. Monthly chart is still very strong. So Bitcoin is still looking very good, and we've been long Bitcoin for a while. It's right there. That's where we went long summertime in, I think, October. So, okay, with that said, what are we looking at here? We're looking at, I didn't finish. Oh, I'm sorry. Gold. Gold is up $46, not quite at an all-time high. Very close. That was our target, the left side high. If it does that in leg C, that's going to be very positive. Look at silver. Finally, you remember yesterday I said, gold is moving up, silver's going to turn around and say, hey, wait for me. And there it is in leg D. A very strong, up 3.69%, up 1.15 at 32.55. That is really nice action. And we're going to call that D. And we'll be back, and we'll be looking at the gold and silvers. We'll be right back. Basil Chapman, Tiger News Hour. Dow's up 68, S&P's up 14. Kind of struggling.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Tiger Technicians Hour is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at direction.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi folks, we're looking at silver up $1.20 at 32.60. This is the silver continuous silver contract. And why I have it 33.33 should be hit early next week. As soon as it goes above, in the next 2 days, above 30, what can I see there? 32.90. So 32.90, then you should continue a little higher. Okay, and that is very important. And GDX was the question. So the other, there's finally, you've got real movement in the market vectors gold minus ETF at 39.48, and it's over the equivalent of the high that was made in the silver contract. This is the gold contract. They made a high on the 11th of December at 39.17. We're trading at 39.48 right now. Fabulous action. And this just is a leg A in the weekly chart of the gold miners ETF GDX. Very nice action. Just want to quickly do high-grade copper. High-grade copper is up 4.32, but wow, those copper stocks, look how they're struggling. See, so all that can happen is either gold goes a little higher, and then these things, Freeport McMoran, Southern Copper, as I said yesterday, I was asked about it, and I said you could just nibble, you could just start a position there, and if it breaks above that day's high, you could add another little bit, but I wouldn't get too carried away because the chart is still pretty ugly. Let's go to yes. So I'm just having a quick look here. See back online. Okay. Any questions? Yeah, it seems to me that a lot of people are not participating in this. They're more bystanders than anything else. That to me is really interesting. So the TLT actually has a buy signal, a buy mode upgrade right now, immediately from a buy signal to a buy mode, suggesting that it could go a little higher to a leg D. This is a leg C at 88.56. Now, isn't that interesting? Because the market is doing the Fed's job, getting rates a little bit lower. But as it stands right now, this is really just a bump to the upside after being absolutely horrible from that double top that was made in the 90, from the left side high of, I think it was October-ish, and 95. Then you had the double top at 95 peak D back in December. Then it plummeted from 95 down to this low here of 85. Wow, is that amazing? So that was 84.89 on the 14th. 84.89. Wow, 114. Okay, now I can tell I'm going to start running out of time. I've got a lot to do, a lot of questions. I want to get to them. So it's a work in progress. I still see the TBT. Where did I write that? On the chart? No, I want it over here in the little rectangle, TBT. There it is. TBT is on its way down, had a dreaded H pattern. What's the dreaded H pattern? The Chapman methodology, technical Friday, actually technical Thursday today. It's this pattern right here. Here we go. Come straight down, make an arch pattern, fader to peak A or B. Take out the left side low, you can go quite a bit lower. Well, straight down, has a rally to peak A minus because it takes out the low. Has another one, A minus because it's got a lower low. So that just tells me that there's a good chance that we've got a little bit of a reprieve here in the interest rates. And if you look at the TNX, but that TNX is really the 10-year. This is where credit card, automobile loans, all these things are attributed to that. Made an alternate account F/C with a doji candle right there early in January in the 48 area, and now it's trading at 45.10, 4.510. I think that's good, but it is a peak C in the weekly chart. We'll see if that's all going to go to a D. We'll see, because that's a big question right now. Oh, Okay, so I did that. Just real quickly, the crude oil is very weak, lower lows and lower highs, back into Chapman wave, inside track, propellant zone. This will become a repellent zone if it goes to 71. And then I'll do this DXY, that's the dollar, down now 24 ticks at 107.78. I've got the dollar in a daily sell mode. The weekly hasn't even given a sell signal at a peak C, and the monthly chart is in leg C. So the dollar at some point I think will come on strong, but right now it's just, I just think it's drifting lower, and that's all there is to it. A couple of questions. Oh, FXI is the China fund. This is the China. China up 62 cents at 32.45. You see, when it's the same thing that happened yesterday. You've got to deal with certain things as current one-off situations, and then you've got to deal with other areas that are momentary interruptions. So my contention is that the bigger chart formations for me are saying that the larger tide is going up in the general market. Yes, there are certain sectors that are starting to stall, but you've always got some other sector take over the lead. That's number one. Number two is, within the context of all these vicissitudes of the market, as yields of this and the gold is that and the dollar, the market about 18 months ago decided that all those old memes, all those old theories are out the window. The VIX index, look at this, the VIX index, I'm not going to say it's useless, because the moment you say that VIX turns around and it smacks you on the nose. So the VIX index has this momentary Fed scare go to 28.32 on the 18th of December, then plummets, was completely independent of the market. The VIX was at a high to say that this should be a major low in the markets. That was a high. We were making all-time highs, right? And that's when we started to pull back. So all of that, where the dollar rallies and gold pulls back, or gold goes up and dollar pulls back, out they went together to the upside. Where the dollar goes up and crude oil tanks. I mean, they were independent of one another. So, I talk about Bondi, Crudy, Dolly, Goldie, and Vixie. That's bonds, crude oil, the dollar, gold, and the volatility index. They've been on their own independent trajectories. And that, to me, is just one of the major themes that has changed over the last 18 months. And that's why this whole thing with Trump coming in, you've got to look at the big picture of what Trump wants. You've got to look at the big picture of what Trump often wants but doesn't get. You've got to look at the big picture that says the fear factor that he puts into everything that he deals with in his very effrontery manner is part of his just his modus operandi. That's all it is. And then he backs up. He wants to win 51% of the time on everything. So you've got this is a market. The market is strong like a super tanker. I'll be back in a moment. Dow's up 135. Ooh, talking about strong.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master.
Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Hello. So when I was looking at the other day, I said, look at this. This is a Visa. Visa's at an all-time high. No. Today it's at an all-time high. It had a 339 round number low so far, 344.44 all-time high, trading right now at 341. MasterCard, look at this. And I know I've heard this over and over about the increase in delinquencies, etc. But wow, look at these guys. MasterCard just sprang. I really have to call this a leg B to the upside. I can't F, G, maybe it's a G, but I think it's a B. All-time high as we're speaking. 574.00 was a round number high. Ooh, got to watch that. But what is that in the weekly? Is that an F or an A? I don't have to decide just yet because it's still looking very good. MasterCard leg D in the monthly chart. So that's what I'm saying, that there is strength out there, and you just don't want to be in the way of it. So 3 questions came up. The broker-dealer index, what is it saying right now? It's in a new leg B to the upside. There's no other way I can count it. It's a B, and that's really positive. The IAI is a symbol at 157.17, up $1.94. Wow, leg B. We've been long since 45, so this is okay. iShares broker dealer and security ETF, leg G/C in the monthly chart, leg F in the weekly chart. This is just amazing. So question came in yesterday, but I didn't really get to it. Is there still that symbiotic move between I typed it out, but I forgot. Oh, there it is. Between the Bitcoin and Robinhood, and gold and Robinhood. And all I can say is, look, Robinhood is trading at an all-time high right now, 53.06, up $1.89. Excuse me. We are long. And all I can say is, excuse me, what happened there? It's doing very nicely. So I forgot to put this in. Oh, I put it in over there. So that was a really nice turnaround when it gapped down. This is almost like an island. This is almost like a Chapman wave volume price low spike. It wasn't exactly, that's why I didn't call it that, but at 13.98 in August, so I think it was the 2nd or 3rd of August. The very next day, we've been waiting. When it was at that 200-period moving average, it went under it. When it popped over it, that was great. So we're long from 16 in the 16s, And I should have added, it was my fault, and that we should have added in that big spike to the downside back in November where we went long other areas. But this is, didn't. So all I can say is that now it's going to be difficult to add to this position. But I would like to add, and the question is, where do you go? Well, these brokers, look at Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs is saying, this is a brand new leg. Look at that. This is a seller from 612.73, and it goes down to the 540s. Now it's in leg. I believe that was A. So let me just check that out. 635.43, 6 of 3. 6, 9. So 643, 60. Yeah, that's an A. We're in leg B right now. That's Goldman Sachs. So I know I keep reading about the bearishness, but all I can say is that looking at the charts, is there anything wrong with this? Yes, it's getting overbought, Goldman Sachs. But no, it's doing very well. So, all right. So with that said, a couple of other questions. Oh, there was another question and I missed it. Now, let me just scroll up here. I don't want to do that too late. So the question came in, could I look at, I saw it. Am I going to remember it? I can't find it right now. Something that we've looked at before. And OWL, that's it. I knew it had to keep me awake. OWL is trading very nicely. Yeah, it's up 11 cents at 26.75. I think I did the notation on this, but then it was the day that I lost it because I thought, let me do that right now. If I go to save, I'm saving right now. So this is peak A, B, C, D, leg D in the weekly chart, trading at 25.74, up 11 cents. So this, I've got to go all the way back. So I'll do it visually. Peak A, peak B, peak C, fantastic peak D, pulls back. And then it goes peak A, peak B, peak C, C1, C2. That acts like a D. This is a brand new, is this a brand new A? I think it is a brand new A. So I like it very much, and I forgot to look what they do. I did Blue Owl Capital. Let me just do that right now. Give me 1 second. Blue, there we go. Blue Owl Cap is a specialty finance and business development company, BDC. They are BDC that provides direct lending solutions to U.S. middle market companies. Portfolio consists predominantly of senior secured loans that are directly originated by Blue Owl Credit's team of investments. Well, it seems to me they've got their work cut out for them at 25. What you want to see is by Tuesday or Wednesday of next week, at least as an attempt. It doesn't have to do that, but there must be an attempt to break above the high of the 24th of this month of 26.73, which also had a round number 26 low, and the next day it gapped down. Chapman Wave red Roman candle, and now we've just sneaked above it, but we haven't held above it. So this is nice action. Key support is in the 24.90 to 24.50 area. I hope that helps you. Let's get out of that now, and we want to go to Baba. Oh, very nice. Had an ugly open today, but now it's back to a very strong candle, up 438 at 101.12. This is the Chinese Google, I believe it is. Didn't I type that in? No, I had it and then I lost it. Okay, so this is acting very well. Key supports in the 95 area. To get there, I think there has to be some news because this is acting like a rocket ship. It is very strong, and it's trying to, if Alibaba can get to the 103.30 area and hold there on a close, then the target would be 106.86, the 200-period exponential moving average. I think that's kind of where it's headed. That's the way it looks right now. Oh, that's right, IYT, the Transportation Index. I was asked 2 days ago, and I completely forgot. I would have said it's got a peak C and it should make a D. Well, it hasn't. It's gapped down, and it's trading down 161 at 70.40. This is the iShares Transportation Average Index, and it's got a peak E in the monthly chart, peak E in the weekly chart, and a peak C that's pulled back. 75.59 was the all-time high on the 25th of November. I want to see in February, I would prefer to say by the 15th or 16th, somewhere in mid-February, that's a weekend, I think. Well, after that weekend, that it is tagged 74.20. And that'll say, great, now we can try to attempt to get to that 75.59 level. But if it breaks underneath 69, the 68.31 200-period moving average becomes a target. I'll be back in a moment. Basil Chapman, Target Ignition Time.
This year has already been a wild ride for the market. We started off heavily in the red, and now it seems like we may be traversing back to all-time highs. In short, this market has been a whiplash and requires constant pivoting. Where does the market go next? Should I add to this position or cut my losses? Where is the next opportunity? Analysis paralysis. Don't become a victim of this intense market. Instead, join Larry Pesavento for the second and fourth Friday of every month for 4 hours of live trading. Larry's been through many markets just like this one, and his insights are invaluable. The next event is this Friday, January 24th from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern. If you subscribe today, you'll also be able to attend his session February 8th. Get in here and let's start trading. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
So talking about peak D, remember the objective of the Chapman wave is to go from a buy signal upgrade to a buy mode to get you to at least 4 higher peaks, peak D. That's where other things can happen. This is TGB, Taseka Mines, copper, made a peak D, and then just with the 3 bars, just popped slightly higher to an E back in September, and then it came down from the almost 270 level down to the 180s. Now it's trading at 195. The question from Ryan the Den is that a falling axe from November? In a sense, you're right. I'm going to have to look at that a little bit deeper. I've really got it as a Chapman wave dreaded H pattern right there. That's almost the same. It has the same kind of. This would be the pattern. So let's just say at trading right now up 7 cents at 196. Yes, I would. This was on my list, in fact, today, but I decided I needed proof. I needed two things. One is that the small cap that we've got hit a certain level, which it did so far today, and that guaranteed us that we could raise the stop. And the second is, if I'm going to go the low price ones, do I go for the leader of the group or not? So TGB, I'm going to say at 194. You've asked me the question. I'm going to say to you, I would be looking at this just to start a position at 194. I probably would have to. I have no choice but to make it a 180, a wide stop just initially. And then if it can get to the 198, $2.02, you can raise that stop and you can consider adding a little bit if copper is up. That's number one. Next is, could I look at Wolf? Wolf is WLF. Is a symbol. It's Wolf Speed Inc. No, I don't see anything just yet. It's just flat. It's doing nothing. It looks like EKG 5.99. It needs to go to the 6.20 area for me to say, hey, now it's going to break to the upside. But right now, I don't see very much. And there was one other question. Well, let me just say that I won't be here tomorrow. I'm anticipating that somehow, some way, that the Dow does get to an all-time high over the next couple of days. And then we're going to have to make a decision. Are we now in a consolidation phase? So have a wonderful rest of the day. I will see you on Monday.